There's obviously bad things that I probably won't forget.
See my dad after 3 years before the pandemic, so that was great.
Walking down the aisle with my eldest daughter on Saturday. When she was facing all the people, because everybody was watching her, and she said to me, Dad, why? I don't understand. I'm uncomfortable with them all looking at me. I said, don't worry about it. I said, they're not really looking at you, they're looking at me.
Well, this baptism moment is a big moment for me. We came down here to the river. We all met up, we prayed, we confessed our sins, and walked into the water. And I walked into the water, and it was an amazing moment. It really was. You name it, I've done it. And I was living in sin, and I was living, there was no fulfillment. There's no fulfillment, so that's why I did it. I did it to be saved,
I want to say the birth of my first child. It's very memorable because, how like the movies depict this, perfect birthing experience, but no, in real life, it's night and day. So I was not prepared. I had to do an emergency surgery that day, so it was just being thrown at me. So it was very memorable because I learned that all you see and all you heard is just all the rainbows and skittles, but when you actually go through it, it's night and day. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, turns out good. I had my second kid, so. You did it again? Yes.
I guess even something as simple as even like graduating engineering, for example. There's a lot of ups and downs that a lot of people tend to not really see, that you have to kind of overcome, and you only get to really see the end result. So it's kind of surprising. You go through a 5-year process just for a pivotal moment of graduating. I think it's really affirming, I guess.
My hiking in Kananaskis and Banff area, and I just recently did a 5-hour hike in Nordic that was really challenging. It was some bouldering and stuff, so that was awesome, right?
My cousin, he was in the car with my grandpa and my uncle, and my cousin said, "Can you roll the window down?" And then the uncle said, "Can you roll the window down and say please?" Then he said, "Can you roll the window down and say please?" I will never forget that.
Being the lead in Carmen, and the last day that I did it, the very last show, it was just so exhilarating. I tried to stand there and take it all in, and the final bows, they were the greatest.
So there's this one time when I had some. This is when I was younger. So I had some friends over, and me and my brother Jake, we were just little disturbers, whatever. And so we thought it'd be a great idea to jump off the deck onto a trampoline, and so it's super sweet. It's probably a good 8-9 foot drop to the ground from the deck, and then on top of that there's a railing, so we thought it was a great idea to jump off the top of the railing. So it's probably a good 12, close to 2-story jump onto this trampoline down below. And so we're all just having fun, we're taking photos, yeah, we're all jumping off, and lo and behold, Jacob jumps off, lands, and just about bites his tongue off, and he's there's blood and this and that, and it's and we were taking photos. So the best part about this is there's a photo of Jacob jumping off the the railing with his tongue out, and then he landed and chomped on his tongue, and it was pretty funny, and the fun game just kind of ended. I'll never forget that whenever I think of a trampoline.
There was this one time, I think I was about, must have been 10 or 11 years of age, and we were on Hornby Island, which is an island just off the BC coast, and we were flying kites, and we had 3 kites. We had a goldfish kite, and then like a bluefish kind of kite, and then another kite that my brother was operating. And basically what had happened, a storm was coming in, and because the storm was coming in, the wind got all crazy, and the kites were doing this all through the air, and it was so funny. We had the goldfish kite end up going into the water, coming out, and it picks up some seaweed, but it's still in the air with the seaweed now, and we're just laughing so hard. And my little brother, who was 6 at the time, he poops his pants as we're laughing, and so he's like waddling home like this with poop in his pants after just watching these kites dip and turn, and it was just, I'll never forget that moment. It was so funny. Just one of the best moments ever. Yeah.
Wow, I think there's a lot of moments that I would never forget. I wouldn't forget my wedding day. My kids were born. There's some trauma moments as well. I'll never forget when I moved out of my house. I moved out when I was really young. I was 14. Never forget an accident I had. I fell off a mountain about last year and dislocated my shoulder and had a good scare there.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I was climbing a mountain by myself, and which I probably shouldn't have been doing. And I got caught in a situation where I was stuck having to scale loose rocks that I couldn't get away from them, and I picked up I propped myself up on a rock that was loose, like a big boulder. It let go on me. I fell about 15 feet, but then the boulder and all the rocks that came behind it came crashing down and dislocated my shoulder and popped my knee out of place, and then I had to get myself down somehow. And yeah, that was a scary one. Two labrum tears and a bum knee for a while, and a scary couple of hours trying to crawl myself down a mountain. So yeah, I probably wouldn't forget that one.